They were just photographs. So on 9th of October, they came to your lordship and said, we are not ready to proceed with the hearing, and we want to put in supplementary affidavits. Your lordship, since 9th of October, we were served on Friday, this Friday. My affidavits were addressing the issue of dependency. These were affidavits by the fathers, the true fathers of the applicants, the second, third, and fourth applicants. They were saying, the applicants are my children. They are not the children of the Honorable Simeon Nyachae. So when we filed those on 9th of October, they sought leave. They sought leave to put in supplementary affidavits. We were served on Friday with about 100-page affidavits, not just by one person, by an individual called Rodney, an individual called Margaret. No. Yes, there were supplementary affidavits in response to ours. Despite us having been served with those particular affidavits late, Your Lordship, we are eager and ready to proceed with the hearing. I don't know what Mr. Mai. There are affidavits. Yes, ours we served last year on about 6th of October. So they are before Your Lordship, and they are relevant, yes. Or theirs? No. For me, they are not relevant. Of dependency, my lord. The issue of dependency. We are, my lord. No. The main suit, Your Lordship, is speaking to reasonable provision, where we are in the middle of it, my lord. That is what we have been hearing, because they are claiming to be the wife and also children. Yes. Further from that, they are also saying, my lord, we ought to be given a part of the estate. Yes. It's the main suit. Those are the claims which have been raised in the main cause, my lord. My lord, opponents in this matter are the executors of the estate of the late Honorable Simeon Nyachae. They are also beneficiaries to the estate, together with other members of the family, numbering in excess of around 15 family members. My lord, the suit that has, on the face of it, been brought by 4 applicants is one for reasonable provision, as recognized under Section 26 of the Law of Succession Act. I say on the face of it, my lord, because there is an applicant, the 4th applicant, my lord, who has completely disassociated herself with this particular suit. She's a named applicant, the 4th applicant, going by the name Patricia Chweya. We will demonstrate today afternoon that she has completely disassociated herself with this matter. My lord, the deceased died testate on 1st of February 2021, and the will is dated 9th of September 2015. Now, grant of probate was issued by this Honorable Court on 9th of May 2022. We will demonstrate, my lord, that the first wife, or the first applicant, 9th of May, my lord. Grant of probate was on 9th of May. We will demonstrate, my lord, that the first applicant is not a wife. We'll also demonstrate that the second, third, and fourth applicants are not children of the deceased. And lastly, my Lord, we will demonstrate that those 4 applicants were not maintained by the deceased. Through oral and documentary evidence, we will demonstrate that the first applicant was married not to 1, not to 2, not to 3, but to 4 men. And, my Lord, and not only in Kenya. She was married to 4 men. She was married to all the men, to all the 4. Sorry? Still married. Yes, no, not at the same time, not concurrently, but at different times. None of those 4 men was a deceased. And my Lord, we also demonstrate that the marriages, those 4 marriages, were not only localized, they were both in Kenya and also in America. The division was half-half, 2 in Kenya, 2 in America. We will demonstrate further, my Lord, that the second, third applicants are the children of the Kenyan husbands. The second and third applicants are the children of the Kenyan husbands. My Lord, in closing, it is, or we will demonstrate that this case we will demonstrate that this case is not only unmerited, but, and I say this as an officer of this court, this case is an affront to the justice system. Is an affront to all that was taught to us as advocates, even in the law school.
Lord, may I make an objection? The counsel is getting into the question of the conduct of our advocates who are proceeding in this matter. That them, they were taught differently, or as they were being taught, they were not following what the lecturers were teaching. Kindly protect us from the affront of counsel.
My Lord. And lastly, my Lord, contrary to the directions of this honorable court, the applicants who claim to be the wife and children of the deceased have failed to undertake DNA testing. We will demonstrate that as well. And my Lord, we will demonstrate that despite what they say during the hearing of the applicant's case, that they are what you had said, my Lord.
My Lord,
Let me finish. The question is addressed to you. My Lord, let me explain that. I think my Lord, what has happened? Let me explain, my Lord. My Lord, No, no, it's something which is before this honorable court. That,
My Lord, to buttress on that order that our plans have defied, a mere suggestion from another party does not become a compellable order, and that's what the judge is saying. Who has refused to do DNA test pursuant to a particular court order, dated this?
my lord, with your from Houston. Now, sorry, what time is it and where are you?
It's 4:08 a.m. in Los Angeles, California.
Kindly, Patricia, just for purposes of record, state your full names.
Yes, my full name is Patricia Moraa Odero.
Now, Patricia,
I was born in Cedars-Sinai Hospital, which is in Los Angeles, California.
and just for purposes of identification, kindly give us your driving license number, which has been referred to in previous proceedings, but please give us your driving license number.
Right. It is D533426.
Thank you, Patricia. Now, you have sworn affidavits in respect of this matter, correct?
Yes.
Now, there is an affidavit dated 27th of September 2023. Do you have it with you?
Yes.
And you saw that particular affidavit before a notary.
Yes.
My lord, that particular affidavit was filed on 6th of October. It should be in your lordship's court file. Your lordship, I'm being reminded. I think it's because she's online. We forgot to swear her in. Apologies. Yeah. We can kindly. She can be affirmed. Yeah. Now, Patricia, will you swear or you'll affirm?
I'll affirm.
All right. Please raise your right hand. Say, I affirm that all that I shall say before this honorable court
That all that I should say at this honorable court
shall be the truth
is the truth
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
Thank you, Patricia. Now, there is another affidavit dated 6th of October 2023. Do you have that affidavit? I'm sorry? My affidavit, 6th of October, yes. Yes.
Yes.
You have it in front of you? I think just to save on time, I can provide extra copies. Now, so the two affidavits, my lord. Now, Patricia, you are aware of the issues before this honorable court, insofar as this case is concerned.
Yes.
Please, again, for purposes of record, to your understanding, what is claimed by the applicants, including yourself in this matter?
Correct, yes.
What is claimed in this matter?
Yes, so what is being claimed is that my mother is saying that she was married to a particular Simeon Nyachae, and that myself, all of my brothers are
Yes, that's where, yes. Kindly clarify, Patricia, in this.
Yes, so, Honorable Judge, I'd like to clarify that very quickly for you. My name given from birth is Patricia Moraa Odero. Patricia Chweya does not exist. This is the first time I've actually seen it on a document. I don't know why this name was used, but if you look into it, there is no Patricia Chweya. I'm Patricia Moraa Odero.
I will get to that, man.
That
No. We'll. Yes. Yes. Correct. Correct. We'll clarify that, my lord, because there are documents which are not disputed insofar as the birth certificates are concerned. So we'll get to No. She's not also a witness, either of they were not called. That particular applicant was not called. Much obliged, madam. You were talking about...
Yes, my understanding of the matter is that my mother is seeking a piece of the Nyachae estate, and she's claiming that my brothers and I are the children of Simeon Nyachae.
All right. Now, who's your mother, Patricia?
Margaret Chweya.
Now, you talked about where you were born. I would like to refer you, Patricia, to your birth certificate.
Yes.
My lord, I'm referring to a birth certificate. This is in a document sworn by Leon Nyachae. It's a voluminous document filed on 21st of February. It's bound. Yes, my lord, at page 216. Do you have the birth certificate with you?
Yes, I do.
That's exhibit 23, my lord. Now, are you aware, Patricia, that when the first applicant, Margaret Chweya, was before this honorable court, when we asked whether this birth certificate belongs to the fourth applicant, she said that it belongs to the fourth applicant, who's named as Patricia Chweya. Are you aware of that?
Yes. But not as Patricia Chweya, but
Yeah.
she said
Yeah,
she was referencing the birth certificate.
correct. And in that particular birth certificate, the name of the child there is Patricia Moraa Odero.
Yes.
And the mother is who?
Margaret Chweya.
Okay. And the father?
George Gordon Odero.
Okay, thank you. George Gordon Odero, my lord.
Correct.
Does she have any other daughters to your, in your recollection?
She might not my stepbrothers.
To your knowledge, who are the fathers of those, or put simply, and just to get to the nerve of the matter, is Simeon Nyachae, to your mind, the father to your stepbrothers?
To my mind, no, I've not heard that until this case came about.
No. In that same affidavit, Patricia, there is the driving license which you made reference to.
Yes.
My lord, we're referring to LN24 at page 218 of that same document, Leon Nyachae's affidavit, 218. Now, Patricia, that particular driving license has your passport photo, correct?
Yes.
Are you aware that the first applicant, Margaret Chweya, also said that that is the driving license of my daughter during testimony in chief or cross-examination?
I was not. So basically, are you saying that she
Are you-
confirmed my identity?
Are you aware? No, the question is, are you aware that she said when she was referred to that particular driving license or copy of driving license, she said that indeed that is my daughter's driving license? Are you aware? If you are not aware, just say you're not.
Okay, I wasn't aware. No.
What names appear on that particular driving license?
Patricia Moraa Odero.
Now, Patricia, you were born on 19th of December 1987 as per the birth certificate.
Yes.
19th December 87. 19th of December, my lord, 1987. 1987. Just as we wrap up, your biological mother is Margaret Chweya,
Yes.
and your father is George Gordon Odero.
Correct.
Now, have you ever met Simeon Nyachae? He died in 2021. Did you ever meet the Honorable Simeon Nyachae?
No, I have not. And no, I did not.
You don't know him.
Correct.
Patricia, did you give authority to institute this suit? The first applicant in cross-examination said she filed the suit on behalf of all three and on behalf of herself. Did you give your mother authority to file this suit on your behalf?
I did. No, I did not. Not on my behalf.
Did she ever approach you to institute this suit?
Yes, she did.
Please explain the circumstances, please.
Sure. So back in the 2nd of March, 2022, she had sent me a WhatsApp message asking for my signature for an affidavit, and she sent me the last page, which didn't explain anything, but it had my brother's names on it, and her name, and then my name. So I had prompted her, what is this regarding? And she kind of evaded the question, did not answer me. So I just said, I don't feel comfortable signing this because it's not the truth. But then I was basically going off the fact that Patricia Chweya did not exist. And that's why I'd seen that her last name had changed from Chweya to Nyachae. So I was like, I don't want to be a part of this. Whatever you all are pursuing, you can pursue it on your own. I had made it about 2 to 3 times via text message on WhatsApp. And she assured me that she would not.
Slowly, Patricia, it's being recorded. Please go slowly.
Oh yes, sure. So she had assured me that I was not going to be included after I had protested 2 to 3 times via WhatsApp text message. That she could just proceed on her own.
Into this particular suit.
Correct. I did not sign any documents related to this suit.
Are you aware that there is a signature next to your name before this court?
Yes. I was made aware of that, yes.
Have you, Patricia, taken any DNA test insofar as your paternity is concerned?
Yes, I did take a DNA test.
Where did you take? Yep. Sorry. Where did you take it?
Wait, no, where? Sorry.
Where? Which country? Which state?
Oh, yes, in Los Angeles, California.
And what were the results of that DNA test?
The results were that George Gordon Odero is my father.
Was George Gordon Odero ever married to your mother?
Yes.
Was it a formal marriage, Patricia?
I wasn't there, so I don't know how formal it was, but I do know that there is some type of marriage certificate that existed.
Okay, fair enough. Are you ready to take any additional DNA test to confirm what you already know?
Yes, I am.
Patricia, have you been compelled to say what you're saying this afternoon, or to write your affidavit? Have you been compelled by anyone?
No, not at all.
Has there been any approach by your mother or whomever to not give testimony in this matter, or to withdraw what you're saying today?
No.
Now, Patricia, this matter was filed way back in 2022. You're only bringing in this affidavit. You brought it in 2023. Why did you take so long, to disassociate yourself with this matter? Why have you taken so long?
Yes. Well, at first when this matter was coming to surface, I didn't think I was involved, so I didn't think my name was on
Patricia, your mother is in court today. Is there anything you want to say to the court which your mother would hear, or is there anything you'd wish to add to your testimony?
Nothing except for I'm doing this because I just need to stand on my truth, and I want to stand on my own father's truth. This doesn't change the love that I have for my mom. It never will. But I would just like to just stand in truth.
Thank you, Patricia. You'll have questions asked of you by the applicant's advocate.
Good morning. Fine, my name is Dunstan Omari. I'm representing the person you have identified as your mother. I'll ask you some questions. Kindly tell the court when you were born.
December 19th, 1987, or the 19th of December, 1987.
1987.
Yes.
Are you the firstborn, or what position are you in the family?
The third born.
The third.
Yes.
The firstborn was born when?
On August 31st, but I'm not sure of the year.
Where? Where was that firstborn born?
Definitely in Kenya.
Firstborn was born in Kenya. The secondborn was born in which country?
Kenya, I believe, yes.
What is the age difference between you and the secondborn?
I believe it's about 6 to 7 years.
You're younger 6 years to the secondborn.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you know when your mother left to the US?
No, I do not.
To the best of your knowledge, do you know which country you are conceived in?
To the best of my knowledge, I believe I was conceived in Los Angeles, California, United States of America.
Are we agreeing that if you are born in December, then conception must have been within that year, 1987?
Yes.
Was your mother
10 months prior.
Was your mother resident in the US that time?
That I don't know what her citizenship status was.
So you don't know.
Or her residency.
You don't know whether your mother was a resident of any status in America in 1987.
Yeah, I just said that.
Do you know the circumstances that removed your mother from Kenya to the USA?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Do you know the circumstances that made your mother leave Kenya to the USA?
She said that the story she often told me in reference is that she had to flee Kenya
She flew.
into safety.
She fled the Republic of Kenya, okay? Were you part of the pregnancy that time when she was fleeing? That's the question I'm asking.
That's something you'd have to ask her, because in terms of when she conceived, you'd have to find out from her when she conceived.
Let's go to the date of birth.
December 19th, 1987.
Look at the birth certificate.
Yes.
Who gave the details of who the father is?
Cedars-Sinai Hospital in Los Angeles, California.
Who gave those details?
Margaret Chweya,
your mother gave those details.
Correct.
The content in that birth certificate, you have nothing on it. True?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
The content that you have read here is information that you have no input at all. True?
No input in terms of my own birth certificate.
It is your mom who gave those details. Okay?
Correct.
Did the hospital ask you anything about who is your father or mother?
It's a hospital. As a newborn, they can't ask a newborn.
Perfect.
They will mother.
Therefore, number 2, you don't know where you are conceived. Number 3, you don't have any information in that document called the birth certificate. We go to the third point, true?
There's no information. Did you just say there's no information?
You are only reading what
I'm just trying to.
I'm saying.
I'm just trying to understand what you're saying.
What you are reading to us, nobody asked you for that information to be put in the birth certificate. True? You are toddler.
Correct. Because,
Correct.
Right, because newborns can't speak for themselves.
Let's proceed. Let's proceed.
Pardon?
Then let's proceed. You have been born.
Oh, you're going to answer the next question.
We have moved to when you have been born. You grew up living with who?
My mother, my father.
When did you start identifying a person that this is a father? At what age?
When I was around 2, my parents were having marital issues, so my dad started to take me, and then they went to court.
Answer my questions.
Custody.
From birth,
Answer.
from birth, up to at what age did you have capacity to identify this is a father, this is an advocate?
When I was around 2.
Around 2. Who introduced you to that father figure?
Introduced.
You are toddler born.
I wasn't I'm sorry.
Is it true that your mother told you this is your dad?
No, my dad told me he was my dad, not my
It is your dad who told you, I am your dad.
correct.
At 2 years,
Yes.
you have the capacity to remember at 2 years that it is your father who told you, I am your father.
Yes, because that's when they started. If you would have listened to what I said, because you cut me off. My parents were having marital issues, which means
Avoid
that they started.
the question of marital issues. We will reach there. I'm asking you as a child,
Remember,
at 2 years,
child, remember when their fights start, you remember to start to see that there's a separation occurring between your mother and your father. Does that make sense? If I'm not being clear, please, I'd love to break it down. Because they had issues. But this is not about them having issues. You're trying to get to a point, so I'm just trying to meet you where you're at.
Patricia, you'll only answer my questions. I've not asked about domestic battles between your father.
That's,
I've not asked that question.
how do I know? I understand. You
An-
answer me how I know.
Answer only my questions. Okay?
I'm going to, sir.
Thank you. Do you want this court to believe that at 2 years, you are able to identify your father without being told that this is your father?
Yes, absolutely.
The court has taken note of that.
Thank you.
How many men were coming to that house to the point of you identifying this is a father, this will be an uncle, this will be a relative?
Just my father. I don't remember.
You've heard my question?
Pardon?
How many men were coming to your mother's house to the point of, at 2 years, you identify the
Just
different
my
men.
mother.
Listen to my questions. To give a name tag to different names. This is a father, this is an advocate, this is a land cleaner.
Just my father.
Okay, the court has taken that. Let me move further. You have told this court there were domestic battles between your father and mother. And the mother here, we are talking about Gordon.
What was the last word you said?
Who is your father?
George Gordon Odero.
You have told this court that at 2 years there were domestic wars between him and your mother. Correct. And you still insist that at 2 years you could identify domestic battles.
Yes.
Thank you. How did the battles end?
How did all of the battles end?
Between your mother and your father?
They ended in some type of solution.
What was the solution?
The resolve happened ultimately when I was 5 years old and my dad got custody of me.
At 5 years, what happened with you?
Correct.
What happened with you?
My father got sole custody of me when I was 5.
Your father got?
Got sole custody of me.
He got custody of you. Was it through a court process?
Do your court process?
Did they go to court to battle for your custody?
Correct.
Correct. Since that time, who have you been staying since the court gave custody to your father?
Up until 18, I was staying with my father.
You have always stayed with your father.
Correct.
How did you take the battles between your father and mother? Who was the aggressor?
It was actually both of them. But it was usually my mom that started something.
It is your mother who started the war. And this is the lady who hurt your father, who you have been staying with for those 18 years.
You said this is the lady who hurt my father. What did you say?
I've said your mother was the aggressor and you went to stay with your father.
Correct.
When did you come back to your mother?
We had visitations, go back and forth. All this time she was trying to fight for custody or joint custody, but my father fought for sole custody, so there was just different times where I would go visit her. But I would never stay with her longer than.
Do you have any soft word for your mother?
Do I have any plan?
Do you have any soft word you can describe your mother about?
Soft word?
Yes. A kind word.
Can you give me a kind word?
Yes.
Yes, of course, she's my mother. She gave birth to me. That's sacrifice in itself.
That is
So
all.
I'm grateful for that.
According to her contribution to your life is to biologically carry you and give birth.
Oh, sorry, can you say that again? It's hard to hear you.
I've asked a simple question. Your mother's contribution to you, other than biological function of carrying you and giving birth, is there anything she has done to you?
In terms of just simply being a mother and trying the best she can with what she had, that's it. What she had.
On the 22nd of the year 2022, when this case was filed, Who are you staying with?
Myself, I don't have, but not under custody with any.
You are now above the court's orders of custody. You stay alone.
Correct. Well, no, I stay with my husband. I have a husband, so.
You have a husband.
Correct.
Has your mother ever visited you there?
Not recently.
When did your mother last visit you?
Probably sometime in 2017.
2017.
2017, 2018 maybe.
How many years were you?
That's probably when I was 28, 27, 28.
Let's go to the critical question about the DNA testing. Can you remember when you did the DNA testing?
Yes.
Which year was that?
I believe that was in 2023.
Do you have a copy of the DNA testing?
Yeah, I have to dig it up in my email.
Is it before this court? You have it. Don't have it. Look at it. We want to look at it. The DNA testing.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Do you have a copy of the DNA test results?
Yes, I do.
Look at when they were done.
Oh, yes, it was May 23rd, 2022.
They were done in May.
Yeah, so it was May of 2023 to 2022.
2022 or 2023? Which year?
2022.
Well, we'll be checking now so that we confirm on the date. When was this case filed in this court?
I don't know the case was filed. I can have specific dates on that, so I don't have filed it.
We'll tell you the date when the case was filed. You did the DNA test, you and who?
George Gordon Odero.
The two of you. Was your mother present?
No.
You did this DNA in which facility?
It was an online DNA Direct Solutions is the company. So they were able to send me my DNA test, and they sent my dad his DNA test.
What samples did you give for the DNA testing?
That's cheek swab.
Was it online?
Cheek swab?
Yeah, the swab. Was it online?
Yes, it was mailed in and got the online answer.
Did you go to a medical facility for the taking of the samples?
Sorry, I didn't hear that last word because your voice.
Did you go to any medical facility physically for the taking of the samples? Swab?
Oh, no.
Did that Gordon go to take a sample from any medical doctor?
No. But we're definitely going to.
When the results were sent, how?
Via online. They have an online.
Online.
Number, order number. You can check online.
How did you send the samples to the facility?
I mailed them.
You emailed them.
Not emailed. Mailed.
You mailed them. What was the security of that sample from your point to the hospital in terms of handling?
My lord, she can't answer that. She doesn't
She's
know
saying-
about courier. service.
I know that's what I'm asking. Did you have any medical protection for the sampling, for the sample to be conveyed? That's all I'm asking.
Oh, and protection. No, the only thing I have is the receipt from which I dropped it off at it.
And you got the results?
I'm sorry, and I got the results.
Yes.
They sent it to my father and he emailed me the results.
Is that facility a government facility or a private facility?
I can assume this is a private facility.
You do not know.
Correct.
You do not know. Let us agree.
Nothing.
So, is it your father who organized for that?
Yes.
We cannot ascertain, I put it to you that we cannot ascertain the authenticity of those DNA results.
Which is why I'm willing to take another one. We're doing that before.
You're willing to take another one. Right? Let's go to the next issue. Look at your affidavit. You say you are Patricia. Patricia who?
Moraa Odero.
Who gave you those names?
My father gave me my first name, not my last. My mother said that she gave me my middle name.
You were told.
Correct.
You are not present when the names were being installed or being given to you.
That I'm not sure of.
Perfect.
Newborns can't speak, we already established that.
Your father is Odero, Gordon.
George Gordon Odero.
And your full names are Patricia Chweya Odero.
No, there is no Chweya. Do you see a Chweya on my driver's license or on my passport?
Your full names are Patricia.
Patricia Moraa Odero. Where's Chweya? It's not there.
In your affidavit, you have said you have never met one Simeon Nyachae.
Correct.
When did this Simeon Nyachae die?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. I want to bring you to the historical perspective for you to understand. That anonymous person, what was his position in 1987 when you were being born? This one you don't know.
That anonymous.
I put it to you for the benefit for you to understand that he had left the provincial administration. You don't need to respond. That's why
Can you repeat it? That would be
I'm putting to you that in 1987, when you are being born in America, your father left the provincial administration.
my father left.
Simeon Nyachae.
That's not my father.
That is the position of your mother.
That's not my father.
Between you and your mother, who knows who is the father?
Both of us.
The child will know.
George Gordon Odero.
What is the level of education that you have reached?
My lord.
I'm sorry.
I'm only asking. I have not imputed anything. I'm only asking a level of education.
I can't understand what you're saying. Sorry.
I've asked your highest academic qualification.
Oh, I'm a graduate from college. UCLA.
Very well. And it is only the mother, not the child, who can say, this is my father. This is the father of my child. dealt with the confirmation scientifically you have failed the test.
But the mother keeps lying.
Let's move to the next issue that you raised. You told this court that you saw a marriage certificate between Gordon and your mother.
Yeah, that's online.
When is that marriage certificate dated?
I'm not exactly sure. I do believe it is the same year as my first. But I'm not.
Were you present when that marriage was being conducted?
Absolutely not.
You are not. Can you give any information to this court about the marriage you were not present and you never saw it? Are you competent to explain the marriage?
How can I if I just said I wasn't present?
You are not present. The court has been told that your mother was married 4 times.
What do I know about her marriages, except for the one marriage certificate I found?
So,
My father.
kindly confirm to this court that your mother has only been married to the alleged Gordon, not to 4 other men.
I don't know about her other marriages. That's before my time.
Perfect.
So I can't confirm that.
True?
My mother never saw authority. Can you speak more plainly, please?
You are, under the law, your mother filed a case on your behalf. And the advocate is saying you never gave her authority. Is it true?
Correct. I never gave her authority.
Kindly confirm that she is your biological mother.
Yes, she is my biological mother.
And kindly confirm that she has always been for the best interest of her children.
That's not true.
Show instances where she has acted contrary to the interest of her children.
My brother getting deported.
Has your mother ever acted contrary to your interest?
Contrary to my interest?
Yes.
Yes.
Which one?
When she saw my brother getting deported is one. Then also for myself personally, she sought sole custody when she did not have the means to raise me.
She sought sole custody, and yet she knew she had no money to feed you.
Correct. Or energy or time.
And the court, you took offense because she could not afford to feed you properly.
Oh, I would never take offense. Why would I take offense? I'm saying contrary to
Yes.
what is best for my benefit. I'm answering your question.
This is a woman who has no money looking for custody of her own child against
So if you want
a
to do
super
what's
rich
best
man.
for the child, so if you want to do what's best for the child, you make sure they go with the person that has the means, the time, and the energy to take care of the child, regardless of what your feelings and emotions are.
She's a bad mother.
I never said that. You said that.
Smith said she wants custody and she cannot feed you.
That's what I said. That's not what I said.
She sought custody and yet she was financially low. I'm trying to get to the depth of the reasons. Are you getting the point?
Yes, so the court deemed her, you can look up these cases yourself, because they're all public knowledge. The court deemed her an unfit mother. She was seen by a counselor, I was seen by a counselor. We had visitations that were all had to be supervised because she was deemed an unfit mother. I never said she was an unfit mother. This is what the court said.
The government agencies in America found her to be an unfit mother.
Correct.
Correct. Considering the type of animosity you have with your mother.
I said I had animosity for my mother. I thought I just left up saying that I love my mother, regardless of what she's doing.
And that is why I'm saying this affidavit is not strange from you, considering the historical
Because it's telling the
perspectives
truth.
that I've laid. It is,
Someone can tell the truth and still love their mother.
and the truth,
If they're going.
and the truth is that. Let's move to the next issue. As we are getting the affidavits, your mother approached you on the 2nd of March 2022 with a WhatsApp message that please sign the document. Do you have that? Do you have that communication from your mother?
I do.
Did you present it to this court?
No, because that's not something that I was asked for that.
So it is not there.
I have it.
You have
But
it.
it's definitely not for me. Yes.
Did anybody stop you from giving it? Did anybody stop you from giving to the court? No. So it does not exist. If it exists, it could be before this court. What I'm saying, is your birth certificate before this court? Is your driving license before this court? Why is the communication between you and your mother not before this court? You were never asked. I put it to you, that is because you are bitter with your mother. And you are creating stories to depict your mother as a devil.
Did I call them?
It's me saying,
In the transcript.
the description of your mother is not the description that comes from daughters. And that is why we are worried. What is the reason behind it? And we have found out why you are bitter. What is your take on that?
What's my take on that? Is that what you said? What is my take on that?
That these affidavits are actuated by bitterness and to punish your mother.
Why would I want to punish my mother when I just simply asked her to not include my name in something she was to pursue?
She beat up your father, the alleged father.
Did I go to? No. So my question to you is that everything that I'm doing in terms of just telling the truth has everything to do with me and nothing to do with my mother. It has everything to do with George Gordon Odero and nothing to do with my mother. All I'm asking is that I get removed from this case because it does not have anything to do with me. I want her to proceed however she sees fit. I said I would support her morally. That is not a lie. Whatever endeavor she wants to do. So does that sound like I'm bitter?
The court
Does it
will
sound
allow.
like, did I call her, did I ever call her a devil? Please read that back to me if I did. Did I ever call her mean? Did I ever call her evil? I never said that. I actually stated that I love her. And I still do love her, no matter what she does, because guess what? She is my mother. I'm simply stating I don't want to be a part of this case because I know who my father is. That's it.
Let-
I'll
let-
take a DNA test.
All right, let's move.
Medical facility, if need be.
Where is Gordon?
George Gordon Odero is in California.
He's in California. What does he do?
I'm not sure. I believe he is retired.
That's your father.
Correct.
When did you see him last?
I saw him last on January 6th.
January?
January 6th of 2024. 6th of January 2024.
This year.
This year, 2024.
This year.
Yes.
Look at your driving license. Let's look at the driving license that you have given to this court. You have it?
Yes.
Move faster. Its origin is in which community? you ever meet them?
My father is George Gordon Odero. No, I did not ever meet her.
So Moraa comes from Odero's side.
No, Moraa is the name my mom said that she gave me.
From your mother's side.
Correct.
All right. And these driving licenses is a testimony that those are your full names.
Correct.
Are you aware there are people who have more than 4 or 5 names?
That people have 4 or 5 names. I'm aware of.
But only 3 are registered officially?
Are you talking in reference to me? I only have 3 names.
There are people who have 4 or 5 names. That's what I'm asking. Which ones are to be official names?
No, I didn't choose that code. I was based off of my passport. Because all my documents had to say the same thing.
Listen,
All your documents had.
listen to my 3 positions I put to you. You might respond or not respond, and I don't ask any other thing. 1, you are a daughter. I put it to you that you are a daughter annoyed with your mother, and that is the reason you are swearing this affidavit to recant.
No, I'm not.
Number 2, the DNA testing that was done cannot be authenticated. Lastly, did your mother provide for you in anything? All your years from birth?
Yes.
Your mother provided for you.
Yes, she did the best she could that she had.
Did she disclose to you the source of where she was getting the resources?
Government assistance.
Government assistance.
With food stamps. Yes, food stamps. That was one thing. And then she worked.
And therefore, your mother did provide for you.
Correct.
Thank you. My Lord.
Never said she didn't.
One, you have filed.
I'm sorry.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes. Yes.
You filed an affidavit recanting that you are not party to this suit, correct?
Correct.
Now, towards the end of last year, 2023, can you confirm that your mother sent you a notice of withdrawal? Is there communication you had with your mother about the case?
No.
Did your mother send you on WhatsApp and your email a notice of withdrawal or a notice to withdraw this case as pertaining to you?
I have no emails.
You have no emails. Now, Patricia, how many children do you have? That is important.
2.
Pardon?
2.
Is it true that they are under social welfare?
Your Lordship, we are not. I think that's a very
Integrity is critical.
Your Lordship.
No.
Not answer.
None at all.
Now, at any point, did you ever collide with your mother over your husband? Kindly confirm.
She used to collide is not a word that
Did she like your choice?
I would use. She didn't like my choice.
She didn't like your
She didn't
choice.
like any of her children's choices for names.
So your evidence is that you never conversed with your mother about withdrawal of this case.
Correct. I didn't know that she had tried. I don't know. That's the first time I'm hearing of it.
Now, you talked about your 2 brothers. What is your relationship? Are you close with your 2 brothers? No. You just close to your father, right? You just close you just close to your father, right?
My father, correct, and his son on his side.
You're not here. That's your last question. Yes, sir.
That you are annoyed that you have a vendetta against your mother. What do you have to say?
I'd have to say that's unfortunate that she would think that after all these years, because at the end of the day, I know the truth and I know our relationship, and I still love her regardless of what we go through. And I'd hope that she knows that deep down in her heart, no matter how distant we are, no matter how long it's taken to talk with her, and no matter how many years have passed by. So I still honor that she's my mother and that I'm grateful that she's my mother. However, I don't have to support everything she does, especially when it's something that includes me. That is a lie. So that's all I would say. And I always wish her and my brothers the best in whatever endeavors they pursue. That's it. I don't have time for bitterness or for being mad or angry, because I have my own children and husband to focus on, and I want people to be at peace with whatever actions they've chosen to take in their lives.
Just touch on that.
Sorry. When I last saw my mother, when I last saw her in person, so she had visited. The question was, when was the last time she visited me at my place of living? And that was around 2018. But I actually had seen her in person in 2022. I believe it was like that around that March area, between like February, March, April, I had actually physically seen her. So that's when I had last seen her. But she wasn't at my place of living. We met at a park.
That's important for clarity. So in March 2022, you actually did see your mother physically around the time the suit was filed, correct?
Correct. I mean, yeah, I don't know if it fell before or after, but
Fair enough. In terms of correspondence, now forget physical interaction. In terms of correspondence towards her, do you talk with your mother?
no, I do not.
Do you correspond through text with your mother?
No, I do not.
Fair enough. Now, Patricia, I don't know if you made reference to the marriage certificate between George Gordon Odero, your father, and Margaret Chweya, your mother. Do you have it in front of you?
I do not.
Now, I'll put it to you, Margaret. That particular marriage certificate was confirmed by your mother. You say that that is true. It's counter to the marriage certificate. But she says the marriage certificate exists, and we showed it to her, and she confirmed that it was an authentic marriage certificate. Now, are you aware, Patricia, that Gordon Odero and Margaret Chweya got married on 11 April 1987?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not aware.
I put it to you, Margaret, your mother, according to the marriage certificate which is before court, the marriage was on 11th of April 1987. You're not aware, are you?
Yes, correct. I was not aware of the date.
Okay.
Correct.
Now, Patricia, from April 1987 to December 1987, and this question you can answer. How many months are those? Between
April
and December.
July.
Between 11th April,
That's 9 months.
so 9 months. And you were born on December of 1987, correct?
Correct.
And obviously your mother, I might not know this, but you must have been interacting even before the marriage.
In order for a pregnancy to be conceived, correct? I mean, if those are the dates, yes.
Margaret, the documents before court, they're originating some of the papers which were filed by your mother. Are you aware that she says in 1985 she was in California?
I'm not aware, no.
I wish to you, Margaret, that in those particular documents, she says in 1985 she was actually in America. Now, you are asked about your names, and they being three and so on and so forth. Has Nyachae, the name Nyachae ever appeared in your name? Do you recollect?
No. No.
You are ready to take a DNA test? Just confirm
Yes.
that?
Yes.